Come on.
I'm obsessulated. Really obsessulated.
Okay. Hi, my name is Elphaba.
And my name is Glinda.
Welcome to a podcast where two best friends won't
shut the fuck
up. Basically a podcast where we talk about a bunch of useless shit that doesn't matter but is highly entertaining.
Heavy on the highly entertaining, so buckle up and let's get into the big girls.
Okay, we have to preface for our audio listeners, if you're not watching this, I encourage you to go to YouTube.
Yeah, if there's one episode to watch,
it is this one.
It's definitely this one.
I am painted green face with gloves that have nails on them in a full Elphaba get up.
Yeah, and I have a complete blonde wig on.
And a tiara.
Yeah, and a full beard.
Yeah, and a full beard. So we have Elphaba and Glinda here.
So obviously that means that this episode is
Wicked.
You guessed it, Wicked themed.
No, literally. So we just saw Wicked for Good Part 2. Mm-hmm. We just saw it like opening weekend, actually last weekend.
Last week.
Last weekend. Mm-hmm. So obviously we had to talk about it on the pod.
We decided, well, it's such a fitting, it's a really, really deep intertwined story about two best friends. So, we feel like, well, how could we not have an episode?
Talk about it. Yeah. This is I think there's so many. And hey, actually, first thing, we saw the first part and the second part together.
Hey, shocker. And we invited people to go with us for both, and
nobody wanted to go. So it was just us. It was great. So we have no other friends. No.
Yeah, no, literally.
Okay, but you know what's so interesting to me is that the person,
me in this wig, I can't. I'm
no,
over
honestly,
here like, ooh.
Also like the way I really tried so hard to even out this green, but it's just splotchy and it's okay.
Yeah,
listen, we're not makeup artists, all right?
No.
These nails are something that
we're
get used
quite
to.
literally wannabes.
No, quite literally. Hey, should we do a cheers?
Yes.
To Wicked.
No, literally.
Oh, that was
shit,
loud.
bitch. Mm-hmm. Wow, on a Monday too.
On a Monday. Oh my
Club
gosh.
going up on a Monday.
No, literally. Okay, so what I think is really funny to kick off this Wicked game is that I feel like we have different kind of perceptions on which half we liked better.
I agree.
Which I think is so interesting because I think a lot of people can agree with either side.
Yeah.
I feel like, in my opinion, well, okay, I did love both. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I cried in both. So like, I do love both, but in like for me as maybe, I don't know if it's like the dancer, just the performer, whatever it is. Like I remember seeing the play on Broadway and also ahead of whatever, spoiler alert, in case you haven't seen part 2, in case we spoil anything. But I remember seeing the play on Broadway, and I was so in love with the first half because it was so fun, upbeat. There was so much dancing. The music is like some of my favorites. And then like you end with Defying Gravity in part 1. And I remember thinking like, how are you going to come back from that? That felt like that was the ending of the play. Like Defying Gravity is such a big number. But obviously there's still a lot of story to be told. So I feel like the second half is way more about like the storyline, the plot line, and like the drama of it all.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I necessarily would say I like the first half better, but
that's what it sounds
like. Probably, that's probably where I would lean towards.
Which is fine.
No,
I think that's been honestly kind of like the common theme, when I'm on like social media and stuff. I feel like a lot of people have liked the first one more. You had said something after we watched the movie and it really sat with me. You had said, I think that the first one is more for musical theater people and for people who love musicals. The second one is for more cinematic people. Yeah. And I feel like that is so true. I also saw it on Broadway a few years ago, and honestly, it was kind of fuzzy. So this whole production has really changed the Wicked because I loved it when I saw it on Broadway. Yeah. I really thought it was incredible, excellent. The performers were amazing. And I think I liked the first half when I saw it on Broadway, but within the movies, I liked the second half. But obviously, I just think that I fully understood the plot. It all the questions that I had, I feel like were answered, and it was a little bit more cinematic. And of course, it pulled on the heartstrings. So that's obviously my thing. We were, hey, listen, for anyone listening, watching, the both of us were sitting in the movie theater.
No, literally in the theater.
Fucking boo-hooing.
Yeah, like sobbing.
Like ugly crying. To a point where we're crying so hard that we look at each other and start laugh crying.
Because of how hard we're like crying.
And the girl, and of course it was like a booked movie theater.
Yeah.
So the girl sitting right next to me, no seats in between. I look over, straight face. I'm like, are we watching the same movie? Like, are you okay?
You're like, if you have a cold heart, just say that.
Yeah, no, literally.
You know what's so funny is like like my sisters went to go watch it down in San Diego, and like one of my sisters texted me and was like, because she was like, I thought I would cry, but I didn't.
Who?
And then
which one?
Yvette was like, I thought I would cry, but like I didn't. Or she's like, I don't know. Yeah. And then Lizette was like, I didn't feel anything. I'm like,
that checks out.
That checks out. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, don't get me wrong, I was moved. She's like, but I wasn't about to start crying. And I'm like,
don't get me wrong, I was moved.
Yeah.
It's so
And
crazy.
and she's like, the girl next to me was like boo-hooing, crying. And I was
And
like,
you're like,
oh, that's so weird. That's crazy. Who would do that?
Yeah, no, I like also love once again that you're out here crying like that.
I know,
like, you
it's
better
so different.
fucking work, bitch.
Because like I feel like I will say one thing I will say is that like singing my little fingernails my little fingernails, these giant claws. Also, side note, I'm wearing these like plastic, like little Amazon like gloves with nails on them. Why are they so sharp? Like I'm like scared to
you
like
could
poke
cut a
myself.
bitch.
I'm like,
yeah.
I could if I really wanted
Yeah.
to.
And you try to take my man again, bitch, we will be fighting.
Oh my gosh, we have so much to dive into. Okay. The movie itself. First of all, the second half, oof, the tea, girl, the tea of
the tea was so. I feel like I learned so much.
Yeah.
Like they really dove into the plot in a way that I didn't understand before, and like just even, and again, maybe it was just years since I've seen like the play and stuff, but like, what an incredible story about two best friends who like are so fucking opposite, so genuinely opposite as people, but like have this deep love for each other, but it's like almost like their pathways in the universe won't allow them to be close. And like, there's so many sacrifices that have to be made in order for one to blossom and for the other one to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's the idea that nobody is fully good and nobody is fully wicked, right? Like everybody has good in them and everybody has some wickedness in them, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like when you look at Elphaba, she's like the heroine in the movie where she's like trying to fight for the rights of the animals and all that stuff. But it's like, but she also technically took her best friend's man.
Yeah.
So it's like, how is that, necessarily good? That's not being a loyal friend, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, then you're like, but they loved each other and Fiyero didn't love Glinda, right? Like he was with her for the idea of her, but like that's also, Fiero's also has some wickedness in him for doing that, like.
And I think that there's, Glinda can be looked at kind of like she's super surface level and she's super selfish and like all these things. But if you look at her background, she's someone who her only like dream was to be a witch, and she has no magic naturally, right? So like a lot of the things I think that she brings to the surface are insecurities heightened, right? So when she has the opportunity to be seen as someone who's powerful, she's like, I want to take it. And I think that obviously that goes to show, that is a little selfish for sure. But also like, I think in the end, she was like, she wanted to go, at least I believe at the very, very end, I feel like she wanted to be like, no, I need to save you. I want to be with you or whatever. But I think she realized like, no, this is the only way that good can prevail.
I also think one part that's interesting, and I think this is a conversation that you and I have had many a times, is the narrative that gets put on you, even from a child to growing up, and you start playing into the narrative that people
100%.
put on you. So like when you see Glinda as a little girl and her mom is telling her like, look, you have a superpower where everyone thinks you're beautiful and everybody just wants to follow you. Like that is going to be your superpower. You start thinking, because again, in that scene when she's at her birthday party, she isn't able to make magic happen.
Yeah.
But she kind of plays it off and pretends like she made it happen, right?
Yeah.
So she starts feeding into the idea that like, well, I may not have powers, but I have beauty, and that's what she goes off of.
She's like, gonna ride that wave.
And she's gonna ride that wave. My beauty and my influence is what's gonna take me there.
I think that's really interesting too, because I think about even just me. Hey, not to make it about me as I'm sitting here
as you're literally in a blonde wig.
Yeah. But I think that like as I've grown up, there's a lot of narratives that were kind of placed on me. When I was younger, and I had even said this to you. I was kind of triggered recently by like a friend calling me unintelligent, making a joke. And That, and I said to you, I was like, you know, I feel really triggered by that because I feel like that's a narrative that's been placed on me when I know that that is like the farthest thing from true.
Yeah.
But the sad part is that it was a narrative that was placed on me so young that I played into it for a long time. I was in all honor roll classes, AP classes. Like I was always so book smart, but I kind of had this like ditziness. And so it was kind of something that was talked about and whatever. And so then I was like, well, if you're going to give me that narrative, I'm going to play into it. I'm an actress, babe. Literally.
Right. No.
You know, but now, you know, I'm approaching 30 and I'm like, that is no longer a narrative that I want to carry around, you know? So like things like that are really triggering for me because I'm like, babe, I will fucking like, you know, like I'm so hyper aware. I'm so intelligent and I know I can stand that and confidently say that now. So I'm like, when people say that, it's like now being able to have the boundary to say like, actually, I don't enjoy that narrative that you're spinning on me. So I think that's something that we can let go of.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just like little comments too. It's like when people say, you know, now there's like the generation of people saying like, hey, you shouldn't tell little kids like, oh, you're so pretty, or oh, I think you look so pretty, because people start thinking like, oh, beauty is what's gonna make people like me. So
100%.
while I do understand there's a balance, right? Like it's meant out of good like faith, I guess,
Intention,
you know, like good intention. It's like I do think there's a lot of weight that gets put on if you're just constantly complimenting someone's physical beauty. It's like, okay, but what about
the rest of me?
What about the rest of them? Like I
Yeah.
think we have to acknowledge all of that kind of stuff too. Like, oh, you're so strong, oh, you're so intelligent, like, you know, giving those compliments, because a lot of weight in our society gets put on just like physical beauty.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, that's also just the message of this whole movie.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's also specifically what this movie is about, is like, you know, someone who was like clearly given, you know, a quality that is you can't hide and is not necessarily desirable, but like clearly has one of the most beautiful hearts, and like what she has to go through because of that, because people are so quick to judge. And also something that I thought was really, really interesting as well is that it was so easy to convince the Emerald City, the people of Emerald City, that this was the Wicked Witch, right? Like, I think that goes to show that so many people are genuinely looking to blame someone.
Oh, for sure.
100%. If you can, you know, it like feels like it lessens your load, or it makes things lighter for you if you can point the finger at someone else. And I think that that's so true for humans. Our government right now, it's like we're so easily controlled, right?
The whole idea of the movie, and it's actually funny because I looked at when the book was written, because the book was written in 1994. The play came out in 2003. Now we're in 2025. Granted, that's not a huge chunk of time, but also it's
a good amount of time.
It's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From like decade to decade.
Right.
The same stuff is still happening where our government is looking for the minority or the like quote unquote weakest link or whatever, this group that they can marginalize and that they can put the blame on. You know, that's happening right here, right now.
Yeah.
With like immigrants in our country, they're saying, oh, it's their fault. They're taking our jobs. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're coming here illegally. Like all this stuff. When in reality, these people are just trying to live. These people are just trying to find a better place for themselves, for their families. They're just trying to thrive. And that's a big part of the movie, which I think is just so insane that like 20 something years later, we're still in the same spot.
It's like, it's so crazy because the smallest thing can invoke or like bring up this like internalized hatred where it's like you don't even really know why you're hating something. You're just being told to do so. And so by someone that's has power. And so it's like, why is it so easy to follow someone like that? You know, that's why I think it's so important to do your own research and like dig deeper and look at the bigger picture and look at the full story, get all the details.
Yeah.
Okay, with that being said, I am actually really curious. Who, and obviously we're dressed right now. We didn't necessarily dress particularly based off of who we thought was who or anything.
We just kind of made a
and for all of you guys listening, we briefly discussed how we felt about the movie and stuff and the characters and stuff, but we have been really trying to save it.
Yeah.
So because sometimes, you know, when we're like on the podcast, we're like, we can't talk about it until we're live on
we
air.
want it to come out on the pod.
Yeah. I am curious, who do you see yourself more as?
Between Elphaba and Glinda?
Yes.
Okay, well.
And I guess like to add on to the question, who do you see yourself more as, I guess just as an individual and then within our friendship?
Oh my God, work. Okay. Okay, well, as an individual, You know what's funny is part one of the movie, I was very much like, oh my God, I'm so Glinda because I just like, I love to have fun. I'm bubbly. I'm like outgoing, like all that kind of stuff. And then I just feel like I do vibe a lot with like, she is a vibrant person, likes color, likes, you know, all that stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, I very much align with Glinda. And I do think a big part of my personality is Glinda. But I think in part two, I think I started to feel maybe a little more of the Elphaba side just because
You want to be the hero.
no, I mean,
I'm kidding.
but I think also, you know, not to get all zodiac on it, but Aquarians are known to be very humanitarian.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's the existential like crisis that you have where you're like, what am I really put on this earth to do? Like, what is my purpose? What is my goal here? What am I doing? Like, what is all of this working towards, you know? And I do feel like as creatives, I'm sure we both can understand this, but as a creative, I think a lot of times I have moments where I'm like, what is all this for? What am I even doing here? Like, you know, and I want to make an impact and I want to make a difference and I want to be there for the people I love and I want to support and all that kind of stuff. So I honestly, genuinely, while I do feel like a big part of my external, like, I guess perception is Glinda.
Persona, yeah.
Yeah, like I do feel like a big part of it is Glinda. I do feel like, you know, there's some Elphaba in there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then in regards to our friendship.
Oh, that's a hard one.
I know.
Because I feel like we both have very much
Similar.
yeah, I feel like, to be honest, we both have a little bit of both. Like, I feel like we both come off the same way to people, very Glinda. But then I think internally, we both have very much Elphaba like desires and tendencies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
That's hard. How do you feel?
I agree to everything that you're saying, and I fully see that for you, and for us as well. I would say that I personally probably see myself more in Elphaba. I think I've just been through a lot in life, and like, you know, growing up was really tough for me, and I always, you know, I was bullied really bad in school. And I always struggled with my physical appearance. I always felt like it was something that I couldn't like get away from. Like it was something that, you know, I couldn't hide from people, and I like never aligned with it. I felt like, wow, I have so much power in me. I have so much talent and beauty inside, but my external never matched that. So I see a lot of myself in Elphaba in that way. But I do think that when you meet me, I'm very bubbly and fun, and I'm like the fun friend, the party friend. And so, you know, I like to like make jokes of everything, make everything lighthearted. So I do see, you know, I have that in me as well. I'd say I'd probably align more with Elphaba, but and then in regards to our friendship, I think we go up and down. You know, I think like when you meet both of us, I think we're both, you know, similar, very bubbly and fun and whatever. But I think that, you know, who's probably gonna read a bitch down first is probably me.
True, very true. Yeah.
You're gonna be like, Brett, let's maybe just like go over here. We don't need to deal with it. I'm like, 100%. No, bitch, I'm trying to fuck that bitch up. Let's go.
Like, whoa,
I need to talk my shit. Like, you know, I'm probably the one that will like, or like disagree with someone publicly, or if I feel like something's wrong, like I'm saying something out loud right now, bitch, no, we need to talk about this shit. The fuck, you know?
100%. Yeah.
Where you're very like, I feel like you like to keep the peace a little bit more, and you're like, whatever. But, yeah, I feel like we, you know, sometimes when I need you to be Elphaba, you will be, and vice versa. And then when I need you to be Glinda, you'll be a Glinda. You know, it's like I feel like we, you know, the other person pulls up when the other person needs. You know, when I need my Elphaba, you know how to be Elphaba, and when I need my Glinda, you know how to be that as well.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Okay, so who in the movie do you hate?
Fucking
Nessa Rose.
Ooh, bitch.
Nessa Rose.
You can get that ass tapped, bitch.
Girl, I just the entirety of the movie, like I was even rewatching the first one this weekend.
Exhausting.
And I was like, girly pop. Like you are literally, like your sister is your biggest champion. Like she literally has been by your side. And like your dad is literally giving you these like slippers from your deceased mother and in front of your sister, and you're just like, oh my God, it's so cute, whatever, I live my life. And then you just get mad at her for everything that she does.
It's like, you're so selfish and ungrateful. Nessa Rose, you are selfish. You are ungrateful.
Nessa Rose, a letter to you. What did Wendy Williams say? She's like, that's all of that.
No, literally.
No, I think like, especially in the second movie, I think it's just so crazy because it's like Elphaba comes to see her sister, right? And then Nessa Rose gets all mad because Bach wants to leave. So she is like, runs to the book, the Grimoire, and starts like doing this spell, right? And then all of a sudden she realized that he's being hurt and she's like, oh my God, like stop it from happening, stop it from happening. And Elphaba's like, you can't reverse a spell.
Literally.
So then Homeboy gets turned into the Tin Man.
And also that was the only way that he could be saved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was like either
She
that
saved
or he
him
dies.
or he was going to be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she...
So, like, you're welcome,
You're
Ness.
right. But then she was like, this wouldn't have happened if it weren't for you. And I'm like, girl, you're the one
I'm
who
like,
ran to
babe,
the book.
you killed him.
Like, it's your fault.
Like, literally.
And then the worst part is that the Tin Man then is like, he literally says that Nessa Rose casted the spell, but then wants to like kill Elphaba. He's like in the, what is it called? The riot or whatever.
Literally.
And he's like ready to, I'm like, she wasn't even the one who did that.
Literally, she saved you, babe.
She saved you. So it's like, yeah.
I will say though, I guess it's also an interesting thing. Like, can you find empathy in your heart for her at all? Right? Like, I think about, you know, it's like two sisters that essentially have, I guess like being green isn't a disability, but like it's like two sisters that are struggling with two things, right?
Yeah.
Two like she's obviously like in a wheelchair,
Right.
and so I'm sure that is hard. And then she's looking at her sister who, you know, her sister is obviously struggled and always been bullied and all these things, but is starting to find out that she's like one of the most powerful people in the world.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's just hard though because her sister's getting like excommunicated from everything, from civilization.
So it's like stand up for your sister and be there for her.
Yes, and I think that's where for me it gets kind of like hard because we don't ever see, and maybe in real life, let's say there would be moments, but we don't ever see a moment where Nessa Rose shows gratitude to Glinda.
Yeah.
Or stands up for Glinda.
Yeah.
Versus like, I would understand if like, yes, there are ebbs and flows, there are moments, but I feel like Nessa Rose, any opportunity she got was always blaming her sister or wouldn't stand up for her.
Yeah.
Versus Elphaba would always stand up for her.
Also was like one of those things where it's like you just see someone who's truly so insecure, and I feel like the first opportunity that she got to experience was like someone
totally
being interested in her. She wanted to lock it down, and that became her first priority, first and foremost. But then it's like interesting because when we do see her, she's like, you know, she's like never shows appreciation to Elphaba, but then she's like, I needed you.
I know.
Where were you? And it's like, I show up for you every single time, but you don't show appreciation to me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just, her character is really interesting and also really fucking infuriating.
Oh yeah, 100%. I just get so frustrated with her, but also like, yeah, there is some empathy in there, of course, but it's like, ugh, girl, get it together. This is your sister.
You know what I'm saying? Like, babe, she made you fly.
She literally made you fly, okay? She gave you your legs back.
No, literally.
Oh my God. Okay, so with that said, we do want to play a little game. Ooh, okay.
Hey, I like cannot stop playing with this hair.
You are in it, girl.
I'm in the fucking bit. I should never have long hair ever because I would be a motherfucking problem.
Oh my God. No, literally.
Also, the wig is making me sweat. Oh my God.
I know. I'm like sweating under this cloak. Okay, so we're going to play. We're going to play a little game called Smash or Pass. You guys probably know it. Okay, so smash or pass. Glinda.
I mean, babe, you want to smash me.
But low-key, I feel like Glinda would be, a little boring in bed.
Oh my God, Glinda would be literally like...
Pillow princess. Yeah.
Like, I honestly, this is also the thing about Glinda too, the character, is I feel like she low-key struggles a little bit to be present.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like she'd be taking like back shots, and she's just like,
she's like, what am I gonna wear tomorrow?
The sky is so pretty.
Yeah.
Which like I've been there.
No, right. Oh, well then, hey, if the shoe fits. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey.
Okay, smash or pass. Elphaba.
That bitch gets down and dirty. You know that.
Yeah,
That's some good shit.
She seduced him with that raggedy old blanket she had. I was like, girl.
And that bitch could do magic. You don't know what kind of tricks
she
she be pulling out.
Yeah, mama. She be making the thunderstorm. Okay?
I will be. No, babe. Like, you can turn me green at that point. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? God. Like, that shit is good.
That's crazy. Yeah,
and she can ride a broom.
Save a witch, ride a broom.
Oh, the dead ass bitch.
Or save a broom, ride a witch.
I meant to save a witch, ride a broom. Like, yeah, I bet you do, mama.
Save a broom, ride a witch.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Okay, I agree. Smash. Okay.
Elphaba smash. Move on.
Elphaba smash next. Okay. Bach.
Okay.
He's short, remember that?
He is a short king. But I don't know if you feel the same way or you've had the same experience. Redheads? I'm gonna tell you this.
Spicy.
Not only spicy, but they are never struggling in the down under department.
Work. Well, then period.
Every redhead that I have come into contact with is very well endowed. And I am appreciative. So I would smash just out of curiosity. I need to see what's going on in Munchkin land.
Okay, work. I would probably pass because I just feel like he's so like insecure about himself.
You don't want to see his munchkins?
He's not, what?
I said you don't want to see those munchkins?
No, I don't.
Okay,
listen, I have nothing against the munchkin aspect. It's more his personality.
Yeah,
for me, it's like
basically a munchkin.
Okay. High five. That's so shots fired. Okay, but I just think he's so insecure and like I just need him to like man up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like get
I feel like once he became the Tin Man.
Yeah, but it took him losing his heart to get there, girl. Bye. Yeah.
Also though, as the Tin Man, I know that shit would never get soft.
I just can't imagine.
There would be no.
I feel like it would be really rough around the edges. I don't think it would be,
but like rock solid.
Babe, I'll do the work for you. You don't even have to move.
Up and stuck.
Like, this
is a DIY do it yourself.
And I will get my workout
Honestly,
in.
Yeah, you sit there. We don't gotta listen to the creaking.
Honestly, okay, period.
The Tin Man DIY, babe.
Okay, work. If I'm feeling a little extra athletic. Okay, smash or pass the wizard.
Ugh, no, he's just such a cunt. I can't.
Yeah.
But
he's
like,
such a fraud.
Is he trying to be my sugar daddy? Because he got money.
Also, Jeff Goldman is his name, right?
Oh, he could hit it.
He's cute.
Yeah, he could smash for sure.
So like him, just him. Love. Mm-hmm. Madame Morrible.
No, fuck that bitch.
No, hard pass.
Literally hard pass.
Hey, like, Madame Morrible. Turn it around, wicked witch.
Like, okay.
No, but I would also pass on.
No, because she pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah. And also her wigs kept getting crazier and crazier in the movies. I was like,
oh my gosh, they're like on slant. Yeah. They're probably like what mine looks like right now.
No, girl.
Oh shit, mine looks good.
I was like, oh. Okay. Smash or pass. This one's kind of crazy. Dr. Dilliman. He's so sweet though.
I know.
Like he's such a cutie.
It depends. Like, am I failing his class?
Oh my god. And this is how we know Brad got straight A's in school. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, I'm not good at magic, so maybe I have to do some extra credit to pass. You know what I mean? And
I guess
like,
I'm good at magic, so
I'm not above it.
And I might be below it. So okay, Fanny. Bo and Yang. I love Bo and Yang and I love Fanny, but it would be a pass for me.
Like, I would like. Like, it would be like more of like an Anon situation.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Period. Honestly, period.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like very sub.
100%.
Not me.
Yeah. No, him.
He's the sub. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let's hear that little thing.
Or them. I don't know if they. Yeah.
Oh, they. Yeah.
Okay. Nessa Rose.
No, babe. She can. Yeah.
Ungrateful.
I'm grateful.
Ungrateful.
Yeah, I'll buy her a little.
A little what now? A little.
What are those called? The roses that girls love? The little
Yeah.
Nessa Rose.
Oh!
She can have her own
Oh my
rose
God, she
because
can have
I
her
ain't
own
touching that shit
rose.
with a
Okay,
fucking 10-foot
word.
pole.
The temple pole is crazy. Okay, Fiero.
Okay, is that even a question?
Right. Like smash.
Anywhere,
Anytime, anyhow.
I will be prepped, ready to go.
Yep.
I will pull out all of the stops. You could tell me to quite literally run into the tornado, and I am sprinting.
Oh yeah,
you
100%.
know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
I would love it raw.
Like we just had to hop over the line, didn't we? We just really had to take it there. We were just like, you know what, just bloop. Okay. Okay, like, period. Work.
You
but
know what
honestly,
I mean, though?
No, 100%.
Okay,
I'm like,
okay, perfect.
same. But also, okay, now Scarecrow.
I would still do it.
I would too. I would too.
Like, and honestly, we could bring the Tin Man in case Scarecrow can't keep it up.
Oh my God. But just like stand there and then while he's
Exactly.
I'm dead. Okay, well, period, babe. Also, Jonathan Bailey is just like sexiest man alive. Work.
Like, wow.
Mans can sing and dance. Like,
and you know what's crazy? It's like he's not my typical type of guy, but I can just look at that man and just be like, wow, you were just genuinely a beautiful man.
Yeah.
And like, congratulations on the genetics because they really did their big one when they worked on
oh
you,
yeah,
babe.
in and out, like the voice and the ability and the
dancing,
looks, like
the voice,
the everything.
the looks,
I'm like,
all of it.
did you see that interview that he did with Ari where they made pizzas? I know. I'm like,
he's scratching.
I'm really
scratching
trying to scratch,
his nose,
but I'm trying not to. I'm doing it with the nails because I'm trying not to take the paint off. But honestly, she's dirty.
Bitch, we need a fan up in here.
Yeah, she's toasty.
I guess the wig is not helping, but
neither's the hat.
Okay, sorry. What were you saying?
I was saying the interview that him and Ariana did where they were making pizzas.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It was so cute. They're just like literally like best friends the whole time, and I'm like. Like I just love the both of them so hard.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is also a point that I wanted to say too. That whatever, because like I think like when I think about maybe our friendship and I think about who's who a little bit more, like for some reason, like you and Ariana, like just.
Oh, that's my girl.
Like you two, it just like
girl.
it makes sense to me. Like you two, like I feel like are you know what I mean? Like you just go together.
I actually
in the best way.
Yeah, and I know I'm not alone, but like I actually vibe with her so hard.
No, yeah.
I'm like I feel like she is me if I were a pop star.
Right,
pop star.
right. Like that's your Tate McRae.
Yeah, that's like 100%. And like the vocals, girl.
Yeah, babes
Like,
can sing down.
Babes has pipes. Okay.
Also, Elphaba. Like
Cynthia Erivo.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. Phenomenal.
Also, like, congratulations to her. I feel like this was, this really has ignited her career. And this is, not that she didn't do anything amazing before, but this really, she just set the bar. And I think that she's going to just completely continue to.
Totally. The vocals on that one
are fucking insane.
God.
Her performance, the acting, like, she is truly an incredible artist. And I love her what she stands for.
Yeah.
And all the things.
Like when I first heard The Wizard and I in theaters, I was jaw on the floor. Like I was like, oh, I mean, and I know that she could sing, and she even says that that's like not the hardest song she's ever sang necessarily, or Defying Gravity wasn't. But even then, I was like, that is so insane. Like she makes it sound so good, so talented. And like also I think there's something to be said about the crossover from Broadway to on-screen acting.
For sure.
Like it's very different.
It's very different.
Like when you're performing on Broadway, you're performing for the back row people. Like you're big, you're loud, like all this stuff. When you're on camera, you don't need to be doing all that, babe. It's like you're internalizing a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I'm like the shift from that, and for her to have done such a good job,
to be able to do both.
It's really incredible.
This is something that I think is also interesting. Obviously, the media has been portraying their relationship in an interesting context. I feel like there's kind of a little bit of a negative context, or like the maybe not negative, but people are like, oh, are they dating? Are they like what, there's all these like memes about, them like holding space and like all this stuff, and people are starting to like, clown them or just kind of be curious, like why are they acting like that? How are they, you know what I mean? Like what is there something deeper going on? Do you think that there's something deeper going on between them?
No, I mean, I think there's always going to be two sides to it. People want a story, right? So people are always going to spin it. And I think like they were in their first press tour, like they were very emotional. They were crying a lot, and people were like, oh my God, like every interview they're crying. But I think it's also like, yes, people are clowning them for crying, but then a lot of people are also like, oh my God, they are so invested in this movie and they're so attached to this movie. And that's why. And also, Ariana has wanted this role forever.
Yeah.
She's literally told her team that when and if the time came for auditions to come, she will drop everything to do it. And they even said that like this conversation started around the Sweetener tour, and she was like, am I gonna have to like cancel the tour and do this? Like what's good? What's the deal? Luckily, like it didn't happen in that time frame, so everything worked out. But like I do think that there's just so much invested in it, and it is such a touching story.
Yeah.
Like I cried watching it, and honestly, even after watching the movie, every time I would play Defying Gravity in my car, I would like start crying.
Yeah.
And same with For Good, you know what I mean? Like every time I play For Good, I like get emotional. So I do think that like they also, I can only imagine what it's like to be in this project with someone. They are each other's like right-hand man, you know? Like, and they talk about the relationship on set a lot too, how they like really collaborated on a lot. They would check in on each other. Cynthia was checking in on Ariana a lot and like all this stuff. So I think it's like a sisterhood, you know, like you go through something so crazy and, just this journey that naturally I feel like, yes, you're going to have this bond. And I'm so happy that they do, because there's a lot of times where I'm sure co-stars don't get along, you know?
No,
but
for
you
sure.
have to put it on for camera. So for me, it's like, I don't know. Of course, there's always going to be talk and people are going to be like, oh my God, are they dating and whatever. But for me, it's all noise. I'm like, listen, they had a really good relationship and they have come out and said that they're like platonic, like obviously that they're just like really close friends. I forget the term that was used, but I saw an article about it recently. But I just think like they just got really close working on this project. That's my perspective.
I agree. I can't imagine what it's like to do this huge of a project with someone, and for the entire plot of the story of the movie to be revolved around this best friendship, this relationship. You know what I mean? Like day in and day out, the hours and work and tears and all the things that have like bonded them through this experience. Obviously, they probably have a little bit of a deeper dynamic than most people do, you know? And I think it's so beautiful. You know, I think it's so beautiful. Two people who are so different, but like coexist so well, and like they just match each other's energy, and like I love seeing them on set. I'm like, like, that's why I think it was cool to watch both with you. It's like obviously with my best friend, I'm like, like I see so much of us again. You know what I mean? Like totally. I think like for best friends or people who have like someone all over, it's so inspiring, because it's like, no, you can be outwardly obsessulated with someone else. You know what I mean? With a friend, with a platonic friend. You can be affectionate with a platonic friend. You can be like out in public and it'd be like, looking out for each other. Like there's been so many times I feel like in public where Cynthia is like, protecting Ariana and all the things. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like that's awesome. Like that's nothing, people always do want a reason to talk. I just think it's interesting, but like, I think it's like truly so beautiful. And it's like the depiction of exactly what this story is, you know?
Exactly. I think it's about two best friends defending each other and being there for each other. And I think they really tried to portray that in their real life friendship,
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes people are like, oh my God, like Cynthia's always defending Ariana when anybody asks her any question. And it's like, yes, okay, maybe I don't know the extent of what questions people are asking and all of that, but like I see little clips and stuff and it's like, okay, maybe she is kind of being very protective and defensive, but also you have to think like we're at an age, luckily, or at a time, luckily, where celebrities and people are starting to stand up for themselves more and have those rights put into place. Because when we think about the Britney Spears and the Lindsay Lohans and the early like 2000s media that was being put on these women, especially, it was horrible. It made them go insane. So I'm like, in a way, like, even like Chappell Roan, how people are like, oh my God, Chappell, like
she's such a bitch.
she's so
Her
yeah,
fans.
like you signed up for this, you signed up for fame. It's like, no, babe,
Like
just because I signed up for fame
Yeah.
doesn't mean I need to be harassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like just having boundaries. Like, you know, these are human beings, you know, and like we're the ones that are benefiting from their art. Like we're enjoying what they're putting out and what they're doing for us. So for us to like cross those boundaries sometimes is like, it's really is not acceptable. So I do love to see that, and so especially someone who has a little bit more of like a submissive personality. You know, like I feel like that used to be me a lot of times, or I used to be like a very submissive person or a submissive personality, and like I always appreciated the people around me that would stand up for me. I mean, now I'll fucking read a bitch, but you know, I think that it's. I mean, I'd stand up for you.
I'm like, I'll consider it.
You're like, I'd walk away.
No, never. You know I wouldn't. No, absolutely. Okay, well, before we go, one last little bit.
Okay.
Would you rather?
Ooh, okay.
Ending on a light note. Okay, so we already did Smash or Pass, but would you rather Scarecrow or the Tin Man?
Is it in general or is it played by Fiyero?
That's up to you, babe.
If it's played by Fiyero, obviously I'm gonna pick the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
But if not, I might pick the Tin Man just because, like, what are we gonna do with something that swaps?
You don't know. It could be
true.
Full of rocks.
Oh my God, appetizing.
Yum.
How about you?
I would do Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Okay, the Wizard versus Madame Marble.
The Wizard.
Down.
Also, like, sometimes it's kind of hot to get with the villain.
Well, I mean, it's just for the plot, but like, hey, he's in charge of the whole city.
No, I'm saying like Daddy got money. What's up?
Daddy got money. What's up? Hey, fly me on your hot air balloon.
No, right. Get me my own bubble.
Give me my own bubble, literally. Okay, Bach versus Fanny.
Bach. That shit's big. I know it is.
I was gonna say, honestly, out of the two of them, I'd probably choose.
Well,
Bach.
I guess it depends on if I'm on my top era or my bottom era. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm trying to top something down, then.
So then you would go with Fanny if that was the case.
If I'm in my top era, but if I'm,
I think I would probably choose Bach still because I don't know, he seems very cute. Like
he does
in that way,
you
know.
Still like. Like I'm trying to dunk in those donuts.
I'm like. Okay, Madame Marble or Nessa Rose?
Oh fuck!
Both horrible. Like both, I hate both of these options.
Horrible. Okay. Honestly, I do feel like Madame Marble is probably like into some dominatrix shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Can you see it?
Bitch, so
yeah, she's right. So like maybe if I'm really on some kinky shit, like I'm trying to get tied up, wear some leather, get whipped around or something, like I'll probably pick Madame Marble.
Make the wind blow, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, somewhere. Something's
gotta happen. Yeah, like
honestly, that's a good point. And
know?
yeah, I would probably.
Can you see it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, she's kinky. Yeah.
Kinky boots.
Down. Kinky boots. Okay. The Wizard or Dr. Dillman?
I guess I'm gonna have to go with the Wizard. Like,
why? I'm just kidding. No. Yeah. I don't know. Dr. Dillman is so sweet, but the Wizard probably
so sweet.
So sweet. Okay. Fiyero versus the Wizard.
Fiyero.
Okay, same Fiyero. Fiyero versus
Fiyero.
Fiyero versus Fiyero. No, literally, like Fiyero.
Like the fuck. If you start it with Fiyero, it's gonna end with Fiyero.
Yeah, no, literally. Honestly, Fiyero over everybody. Like
right. Yeah, down. That's my fucking man.
That's Well, actually, he's my man, so
you can. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I could ever forgive you for that one, babe. I'm like, if this happened in real life, like.
I'm like, try to catch me.
Yeah, the night switch ain't so fucking nice anymore.
No, in real life, that's crazy. That part of the storyline is really, really insane. On the wedding day, like that is so crazy. Like Glinda is a bigger person than I would be on that day because she was like, go. I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, that's really insane.
No, I would fucking kill you.
Yeah. Oh, I would kill you too. So don't worry. Yeah. It goes both ways, girl. Period. Okay. Well, cheers to friendship.
Thanks for holding space.
I love you so much.
I love you. And stay tuned
For part 2.
Part 2, mom.
We're back in the
Wick
fits.
it out.
Mwah.
Bye.